So hey, I woke up because I went to sleep around 7-ish. I don't know, I just like passed out. And I woke up around it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. But I was watching this video on YouTube, and I guess it was like a whole montage of quotes from a whole bunch of movies. And I don't know, some of them were really like not just cynical, but like doom and gloom, which is something, it's an emotion, that I feel often, but I can't say that I agreed with most of those quotes. I was just kind of like, no, I think those characters were, and they weren't even like emotional or drunk or something when they said them. I think most of those characters that they were quoting were just saying whatever they were saying, which was pretty dark or negative or cynical, but they were saying what they were saying basically because they were trying to manipulate a situation that they were in that scene or that film. And I really just I'm not into that. So I know those characters, move plot along and they make interesting characters and interesting uh, parts of the films, but as far as like philosophy or uh, you know, uh, commitment to seeking the truth, I didn't agree with that montage of quotes. So I'm a contradictory type of person. People are like, "Oh, you're so effed up and crazy that how would you ever know the truth?" I maybe I don't, but I look for it. I really do. I really look for it. And I just trust my instincts. Sometimes I go, yeah, that makes sense. And sometimes I go, mm-mm, you know? Um, but anyway, I was thinking about there's a lot of, there's been a lot of stuff going on about woke culture and feminism and women who are crazy. And I can relate to that. That I can relate to. I know all about being a crazy woman. I know all about that. So I was thinking about it though. I mean, if you want it in like simple terms, the way I see it is that there's only really two ways for a woman to live. And it's basically a Cinderella story or a Ben and Sera in Las Vegas story. That's it. Everything else, in my opinion, is baloney for women anyway. I don't know about men. Men might have a gazillion stories. They always said it was a man's world, and every time, women have tried to contest that, um, you know, mm, it blows up in our face pretty much. So I really think it boils down to, they used to say you're either a Jackie or a Marilyn Monroe. And I was like, well, I had always thought I was a Jackie because I just never felt, like super sexy like Marilyn Monroe. But you know, when you think about writers like Faulkner, uh, I don't know if you've ever done any William Faulkner reading, um, and any other southern old southern writers too, who sort of like Tennessee Williams. I would say if you're familiar with Tennessee Williams and William Faulkner, then you might agree with me that in today's world, you're either a Cinderella or you're a Ben and Sera in Leaving Las Vegas. So I want to focus on those two story ideas or archetypes of a story for a woman, because basically that's how I see it. I mean, Cinderella is one option, which I mean, a long time ago we fell in love with Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman because that was sort of like a Cinderella story. Some of us thought that's ridiculous. That would never happen. That's why they call it a fairy tale. And then there's basically Ben and Sera. Yeah. Then Ben could be the woman. It could be flipped the other way around. It could be like Sarah is the drunk who wants to die, and Ben is the gigolo. It could be the other way around too. But basically, that's pretty much it. If you're not, living the Cinderella fairy tale, then you're Ben and Sarah in Vegas, basically just waiting to die. That's about it. That's if you know a woman who's crazy, and if you love a woman who's crazy, then basically now you know the essence of her brain.